Chauncey Billups is alleged to have been part of a illegal poker scheme where they were defrauding people over millions of dollars using X-ray glasses and rigged shuffle machines, so on and so forth, in addition to being implicated in a illegal information sharing scheme with regard to the NBA games, specifically that he was tipping off bettors that players on his team would not be playing because the team was taken. That's number one. Terry Rozier, we already know about it. Prop bets, allegedly, that he was telling people, no, I'm not going to play this many minutes this game, so hit the under on all my bets. That's being alleged with him. And last but not least, Damon Jones, allegedly, not only was he part of the Chauncey Billups poker scheme to defraud people, he also allegedly was tipping off bettors that LeBron James, even though he does not work for the Lakers, he was not an official coach on the Lakers, he was brought in by LeBron as like a special assistant, helping before games. He was riding on the team plane. He was staying in the hotel. He was tipping off bettors that LeBron James, even though he wasn't listed on the injury report, would not be playing, so bet against the Lakers in this upcoming game. Again, this is all fluid. These are all allegations for now, but bombshell being dropped in the NBA.
And I'm glad you said that. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, so we start there. No one's saying anybody's guilty. We don't know. That's why there's a trial and all kinds of other stuff that has to go on, Kelvin. We just put that out front.
100%.
Okay? But I'm going to start here.
Recording in progress.
And I'm going to start here because I get it. Everyone's going to say, these guys are dumb and are stupid, right? Oh, you're stupid. You make millions. You're an NBA player. Chauncey's in the Hall of Fame. He's an NBA head coach. He made a ton of money as a player. They're all dumb and all stupid. I'm going to lay the blame squarely on your commissioner, Adam Silver, the NBA, and all the other leagues following behind, okay? This is where I'm going to put the blame because they've made it comfortable enough where people felt like they can do this and they can be involved in it because at one time, Kelvin, gambling was a no-no. So much so, I remember them saying there'll never be a team in Las Vegas, right? There'll never be a team in Las Vegas because they're not going to do that. I remember when Major League Baseball told Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays to get lost, kick rocks. They were greeters at Atlantic City in front of a casino, right?
Yep.
Fans, come meet Mickey Mantle. These guys are long time retired. They were retired baseball players. They weren't even playing. They said, if you're greeters, we want nothing to do with you. You can't wear a Major League Baseball uniform. You can't come to Old Timers Day. Nothing to do with the sport. We know what baseball did to Pete Rose, right? No. Persona non grata, you're banned for life. All the other stuff. And now that's all changed. And all the leagues, I'm not saying all the leagues, we know this, they're all in bed with the casinos. We've normalized gambling to the point where people feel comfortable to even do this. We just saw last week, did we not talk, Kelvin, about the colleges allowing players to now vote, bet on, as long as it's not your game, you can bet on. Oh, okay, here we go. And this is why I think we are where we are, is because there is no fear of God from the leagues. The Terry Rozier thing is as bad a black eye to the NBA as anything. How the hell did they clear him? Who's your investigative team? They should all be fired. Adam Silver should come with his hat in his hand and apologize that this league basically exonerated him and allowed him to play, and then the FBI snaps handcuffs on him today. Seriously. How did that happen? You know how that happened? Because they wanted it to go away. They wanted it to go away. And go ahead, Kelvin. I can sit here all day.
No, I'm with you. Let me add to that. Not only did they want it to go away, if you recall, do you remember when it went away? Do you remember what happened that day? That's the day Malik Beasley's thing came out. So they didn't want it to have multiple stuff going on at the same time. So let's kind of scurry and move on away from one. The other one comes out. Let's hurry up and get away from that one. Oh, we're right in the middle of what? We're right in the middle of the Steve Ballmer, Kawhi Leonard, Clipper thing. So the NBA had a lot going on right now, and you already know the Jonte Porter stuff that happened with the last year. So there was a lot when it came to gambling. Tim Donaghy notwithstanding over the last 10, 15 years, and especially now that the NBA is trying to skate away from. And the challenge with this is they are in bed with gambling. So they tell you don't gamble on certain things, but hold on, let's take a quick break. It's brought to you by DraftKings. It's brought to you by Prize Picks. Brought to you by FanDuel. And so which one is it? Is it don't gamble? Is it gamble this way? Where if you are going to gamble, only use our sites. So it is a convoluted, mixed up thing that is getting ugly, that is creating a normalcy to kids because it's on apps and it looks fun and it looks like something cool to do. And you don't have to bet big money. You can bet a few dollars. So that's not a big problem, right? I'm only betting a few dollars. And it can cause and lead to people becoming problematic. Now, going back to the NBA specific, I don't fully agree with you in that I agree that this is horrible. You and I have talked about it for a whole year now. The whole gambling in bed with everybody, then you're telling them not to gamble. The only challenge I have with this is the Damon Jones taking advantage of information about LeBron, a professional, you retire from the game, like that's on you. Being a part of, Gilbert Arenas and all that stuff happened with Gilbert. Now you got stuff that allegedly happened with Chauncey. Like being a part of mob tied casino games and poker nights, I should say, that's on you. Like, so I don't want to absolve the personal responsibility. I do think the convenience, the normalcy, the ease has become all of these leagues. And the league is in a very peculiar situation now where I think we're going to get more and more. You and I have talked about it. Michael Porter, Jonte Porter's brother, talked about it recently on a podcast. He said, you know how hard it is for these young dudes to come in, ain't really making crazy money, knowing so-and-so got a bum leg, hey, you might want to take the under on tonight. Knowing so-and-so, what's the over today? I'm taking 10 threes. You might want to take the under tonight. I'm only going to shoot 7. And if you're a young dude, that is hard to not do. And the normalcy in which it happens, they're allowing it in college, as we talked about, as long as it's on the pros. This is just all going to be mixed up, Rob. And I think we're going to find where this becomes an epidemic, where we're going to look up 10, 15 years from now, and we have an epidemic of young people turned adults who have gambling problems that they never even thought of this becoming an issue for them.
You have in Cleveland, they have a gambling spot inside the arena. And it's inside the arena, yet you're telling players they can't participate? It's normal for everybody else, right?
Yep.
So once you cross that, you can't close it off. You can't tell them. Everybody around them can gamble. It's in your face. Everything is sponsored by, right? And I'm saying that at some point, all money's not good money because you're messing with the integrity of the game. That's why forever these leagues never got in bed with Las Vegas. No events, nothing. We're not having anything in Las Vegas. The players aren't staying in Las Vegas. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now all that has been
now.
And now all of that is gone. We do want to get you involved. 877-99 on Fox, because I know a lot of people definitely want to chime in on this after what's happened all day. And most shows don't want to hear from you, but guess what? The Odd Couple wants to hear from you and what you think, because this affects you as a fan. What do you think about this? How much blame does Adam Silver and the NBA get for this betting scandal, or are you with Kelvin is more on just the individuals? I think this is the league. I think there's a widespread problem. You just caught a few of them right now. But I think this is widespread.
Taking reaction to all the allegations and investigations and arrests that have come down. Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, Terry Rozier, and around 30 folks have been indicted. A bunch of mafia families as well. Once you start getting Gambinos and all that, it gets real. Rob, let's take some calls. Who we got?
All right, let's do it. Paul in Rhode Island. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Paul?
Come on, my man. How you doing?
Doing great.
Listen, this is getting out of control here. I mean, you're going to talk about the gambling world. Listen, you know what? The NFL might be next. You know what? Missed tackles. See, like I called before, Zebra Brothers referees. I mean, you know what? These brothers make a lot of money. Don't tell me they're not influenced by all these gambling apps that. I mean, you got hosts all over telling people what to bet, what not to bet. What's the point? What's not the point?
Paul,
what do you think influences them? Go ahead, talk to me.
I'm going to say, Paul, appreciate the call. Yeah, I mean, it's a part of, this is what I'm talking about something being normalized. You know, like that's where we are, Kelvin. It's not taboo. It's normal for people.
Oh, for sure.
And if you drive up to the arena in Cleveland and there's a gambling house inside the arena, how in the world? This is bad? How is this bad? It's.
I mean, how is it bad when
how?
I have LeBron James doing what is it? Is it Prize Picks or DraftKings?
Yes.
I think DraftKings. Like, you know, and I have all these. I think I want to say Steph Curry. I mean, these guys, some of the biggest athletes, NFL, MLB, all these guys are doing this stuff. So they're making it again. It's the same thing. We went from a McDonald's commercial to a Prize Picks. It doesn't make it taboo. It doesn't make it feel bad.
No, and that's the issue. Jola in Dallas, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jola?
What's up with y'all?
How are you?
What up? What up?
Man, doing well. Hey, Rob, I'm on YouTube. That Gucci's hitting, man. You're the freshest eldest citizen I've ever seen. That's
my
crazy.
man. You like that? I just wait till I get my fresh haircut tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna be killing them. Ready for the holidays. But no, look, man. The NBA is mashugana. We call it squeeze penny. That's crazy. He might as well be the WWE. And the crazy part is, it's the second day of the opening of the NBA, and this scandal is what they're hitting themselves with. It really puts a blemish on the league. Look at Wembanyama hooping last night. That's not what we're talking
Ain't
about.
nobody want to talk about that, right?
Right. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy. The way that they're letting this just sweep under the table, and it's the same recurring names. That's the crazy part. What's his name in Miami? They got DeJounte Porter. They brought up his name, and he's in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these guys make too much money to be behaving like this. Like, how much money do you need?
Well,
and for the
let me say this. Let me jump in right here.
Thanks, Joe.
Let me jump in right here. Appreciate the call. Money, everybody, let me say this. Get over the money end of it. One of the most gamblingest people we know is Michael Jordan. I think he has all the money in the world. One of the other ones we know about, you got Charles Barkley. He tells you, what does he say? I lose $10 million a year gambling. Like, people with money, it doesn't mean all of a sudden they enjoy the rush. They enjoy taking your money.
I get all that. Well, but that's why there needs to be more of an onus on the league to make sure, because that personality, I agree with you, is what fuels that. And these players now feel comfortable.
People keep associating with, you have money. It's not that. Some of the most successful people you know love to gamble.
Steven in Oregon, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Steven?
Hey, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Rob, I couldn't disagree with you more. What happened to us being accountable for our own actions? Are we not adults, and should we not know that this is illegal? So are you saying that if I do this illegal poker thing, then I should blame my employer and not my
No, you should not. But when you are in an environment that is lax and normalizes stuff, and Steven, my point is, after Pete Rose and when baseball threw the book at him, I want you to name the next guy that got banned for gambling in baseball, because they made it very clear that the biggest star in the game was sacked and banned for life for doing something that messed with the integrity of the sport. And what I'm saying to you is the NBA, just like the Rozier, where they wanted to sweep his investigation under, how in the world did they clear him to play, Steven? And he had handcuffs today by the FBI. Tell me why that happened. How in the world did that happen? Because the NBA wanted to look the other way. That's my point, is that shouldn't have happened.
Again, we are an adult, though, and
Am
we
I
should know
right
that
or
this
wrong?
should not be
Explain
happening.
the NBA to me and Rozier. Can you explain that? How did they clear him? That's my point, Steven.
All right, we got Bill now. Let's get to it. Bill Krakenberger, of course, professional sports bettor, co-host of BetMGM's Countdown to Kickoff on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox Sports Radio. Bill, appreciate you joining, man.
Bill?
How you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing? All right? No, I'm over actually at Park MGM, and if you guys ever get a chance to go over to Park MGM, they have one of the greatest steakhouses in the United States called Bavette's with a B, old school Chicago style steakhouse. It's like walking into the 20s. That's all I can tell you. It's
all right. Well, you know I love the steak, so definitely that's somewhere for me, Bill.
Yeah,
No doubt
we'll
about it.
put that on the list. I'll be in Vegas in a couple of weeks.
But, Bill, I mean, the shockwaves through Vegas today. I mean, come on. Like, seriously, the FBI's involved. Current players are in handcuffs. What was your take when you just heard the news?
You know, I heard early this morning, and I go on a show downtown at Circa in the morning. I heard about it right away. And I just was kind of shocked, but I wasn't shocked. I'm shocked by the stupidity of players that make millions of dollars a year that would actually risk themselves for such small amounts of money. But I'm not shocked at, like, you know, there was a recent Major League Baseball pitcher that had a situation where he was thrown. Yeah, that's right. Or he was, you know, first pitch. I mean, okay, of course that's really unethical and that's terrible that he did something like that. But he's making $800,000 a year. You're talking about a guy making $25 million a year, $24.5 million a year. I just can't believe he would do something so stupid like that. I really can't. And to see it happen, it's such a sore spot and such a black eye on the industry. It was definitely done purposely because the basketball season was starting too. I think that's a no-brainer. But,
you get more attention if you do it in the off season, and I get it. And you're trying to, you know, put the hammer down on this situation and get people's attention, and they got people's attention. I do want to ask you, and Kelvin, I'm sorry, let me just follow up.
Go ahead.
Just the idea, Bill, Kelvin and I have said this on the show. Like, the prop bets have to stop because those are the ones, to me, that are very easy and very – I might not bet on it, but I could call friends and family and be like, yo, if my over-under tonight is 7 3-pointers, trust me, I will not have 7 3-pointers tonight, and you guys can load up, and I'm not have to lend you any money, I don't have to give you any money, but I can help you.
Well, to be real blunt, though, I bet NBA, NFL, and even baseball props every day. It's not an efficient market like an NBA or NFL side is. I know I can actually just follow the socials, follow the beat reporters, and I can get a better grasp on an NBA player, how they're doing on the sidelines, how they're warming up, situationally. Let me just tell you, even me, with all my connections, I'm just going to be real blunt. I can get down maybe, I don't know, $3,000, maybe $4,000. The sports books don't take any big bets on it. I can walk right to the counter right here where I'm at, and they're going to take $500 on an NBA prop bet. However, if I want to bet on the Lakers, how much money you got in your bag? You got $200,000, we'll take it. So I really don't know about what they're saying. Like, I don't know how.
Well, somebody they bet $20,000. They said it was a $20,000 that was bet on it because you could spread it out amongst other. You know what I mean? Not make it that
I
obvious.
Have to see it to believe it.
That's what they said. It was over 20.
Every single day, Bill Krakenberger is betting NBA and NFL props during their respective seasons. I'll tell you right now, I have a good amount of places here in Vegas that take my bets, and I just know what they take a maximum bet in these casinos here. Now,
what is it? What is the maximum? So you can't. If I went and you had $2,000, they wouldn't take it.
No one's taking $2,000. Westgate and Circa is the biggest two in town here. They're taking $1,000 each, and that's always been the case. It's not like now they're only taking $1,000 because of the story. That's what they've been taking always. Now the big.
So why even have it if it's not that big of a money? Why even have it then? If you're telling me that it's not a lot of money bet on it, then you could eliminate the prop bets, Bill, can't you?
Yeah. They could. You have a valid point.
Okay.
You know, I did about 7 different interviews today. This is why you guys are geniuses, and I'm not going to say nothing bad about anyone else earlier. Nobody out of the 7, you're the first guys that said, why not just eliminate prop bets? You're the first guys.
All right. We've said it.
Yeah, Rob and I talk about this all the time because the ease in which, and now you have kids and the access to it. It's almost like a video game. It's almost fun, right? It's just, I could throw $10 on this, and to me, it's where it becomes problematic is because it can potentially spread, and because something that's habitual for young people. Let me ask you though that I want to go to the other side of this, the information game. Let's look at it like politics. It's illegal if I do it, you do it. But if a politician does some inside trader, it's just like, they just got inside information. How does that work with the information? Like Damon Jones can tell, hey, LeBron might not play tonight. But like you said, a reporter might be able to say, like, how does that all work in Vegas? Who you know to listen to, who you can and you can't?
Well, let me just tell you, you're talking to someone that does a show on the weekends, and I interviewed the head of trading for our sponsor, BetMGM. Now, he knows me. He knows I'm a good-sized bettor. Let me be blunt. I have 6 figures in my MGM account. I keep it in there just for betting. He knows that. I bet max bets on everything. And I'll just tell you, listen, inside information I've always told kids. I've always even told the traders. That's kind of BS. Listen, I am in tune with so many things. I hate when I hear at the end of a game, that was fixed, that was fixed, that was fixed. However, today does show there is certain guys with knowledge, and I was probably proved wrong. But I'll tell you one thing. I have never, ever been told, hey, this is inside information, this is going to win. That's not the way. We work on analytics. We work on information that is based on our models, and it's not based on inside fixes and information. I still don't kind of. This is an isolated incident. Donahue was an isolated incident. Yes, it does happen. And I'm not saying it didn't happen in this situation, by the way. But to drag all these NBA guys for playing poker and stuff in a game, I mean, there's poker games all over the country being played with famous celebrities and famous, not only athletes, but celebrities too.
Yeah, but do they have cameras and it's a fix and everybody at the tables, that's a different poker game. I get
that's the issue.
Yes.
I know it is. I know it is. And if they are proven guilty that they were bringing people in, to lose their money to wise guys and stuff, they absolutely deserve to be penalized to every penalty of the law. I'm not saying that, but I just think it's a little bit overblown a lot. I think whenever you see a bust, let's say you see a bust, and they put the OG word, the organized crime, OC word, organized crime, they always say, listen, $50 million a week. Well, maybe $50 million was being bet, but only 1 or 2% was being held. They just kind of make things and blow them out of proportion. But however, my platform is responsible gambling. I don't want kids gambling. I don't want kids seeing it. Whenever I go to Yankee Stadium or whatever, I see left field, center field, right field ads for the big sports books, and I feel bad for the kids who have to go through that because I went through that. I was gambling at a young age. I know what it's like to gamble and get yourself in trouble at a young age. So right. I don't want the kids to go through any of that kind of stuff. And I preach that constantly on my socials. I just interviewed a guy that lost $350 million. I got 4 million hits on Instagram. He lost $350 million. He flew in town last week, did an interview with me to show people what gambling does. He doesn't have $1 today. Not $1. Terry Watanabe. Yeah, he don't have $1 today.
That is crazy. And the thing, we always got to remember, there's legal gambling and there's illegal. You know what I mean? There's two different ones. And when things are legal and done the right way, people have a right to do what's legal, but not illegal. Right. And I always want to make sure we say that. And if you do it right, and
you're within the confines of the law. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Hey, Bill, thank you.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
I'll say it again. I've been on a lot of shows today. You guys are sharper than anybody. You really are. Great job, guys, and look forward to talking to you guys again.
Thank you. Appreciate
great
it,
insight, Bill, man. You really helped us out
guys.
here. Great insight. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was some great knowledge from him, man. He really broke some stuff down.
And, of course, Rob G is jelly. Like, oh, God, now we got to
listen to these hating? Guys. Rob G hating?
I told Crack I wrote all the questions.
Is there-
All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.